Welcome to NFL Chaos with Jeremy. I am Jeremy. And today, somebody else is supposed to bring the chaos. But that somebody else is not here. So I might have to bring the chaos. Because the lunatic is not around. The lunatic is not around. Okay, I'll spare you the singing, but seriously, not here. Late. The person who wanted to really be here with you and draft a team and show you the way is not here. So what does that mean? That means that I might have to do the draft myself. Or I might have to invite somebody else, a replacement from the chat, in. That's what I might have to do. It might have to be Gina Arena, and Gina might have to come in and do the draft. Because I do not see my special guest, who now panically is saying, I'm here. By the way, if you're wondering who it is, the special guest is sometimes known as Young Spaghetti. He's been known as the fake Gitmo Bob. He's been known as the fake Y2K99. He's been known as Jeremy's son. He's been known as, whose others' names has he been? He's gone by a lot of names. His most famous name is J. Cole. This is the 23rd time you've done a draft with a lunatic. Are you talking about just with me? Because I'm the only one that's done all 23. Yeah, he has a lot of aliases, Angina. And I'm not talking about your nephew. He goes by one name, and that's Green Bean. But Green Bean will not be here for this draft. We have, and I am about to introduce our special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever wondered why this is NFL Chaos with Jeremy, you will wonder no more. I tell you that I bring the chaos. And now, I'm going to do just that. Let me give him some music. Is there any weird music I can give him other than just the normal? Oh, okay. We'll give him some dance music because he likes to dance. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest, J. Cole. I know you waiting all day for that. So
yes, sorry I was a little bit late. I was having difficulties with my new laptop I just bought. So
he's gonna have a Joker costume on. That's not a Joker costume. He's looking good. He's looking like he's ready to go out, drive around the neighborhood, blast the music.
You know me, Jeremy. You know me.
Iowan wants to know what the over-under is on costume change. Like, how many different outfits will there be tonight?
Just this one. This is
all right.
Outfit on, baby.
Okay. We are crazy. We are crazy. We are the Crazy Jet fans. And, well, just in case anybody's wondering what we got in the works, we have a mock draft. But here's the catch with this mock draft. This is just going to be J. Cole. Just you, man. Pretending you're on your own.
Jeremy, can you set up the mock draft? I'm just going to go grab a chair. Sorry, I was rushing here.
Okay, I'm going to set up the mock draft. I'm all ready to go. You get your chair. It's going to be all you. Okay. We have to ask him if he drives a Cadillac. That's a good question. Bryant still is a fan. He says he doesn't have the dance moves. So that's you got a fan. And Cole, do you drive a Cadillac? We'll find out if he drives a Cadillac. Somehow I wouldn't be surprised. He does remind me of one of those 1980, late 70, kind of 80 retro guys, right? That you know, you can imagine him with a big chain, gold chain on, pulling up with this big Cadillac, air conditioned or blasting, like, you know, in the summer when it's freezing cold inside. I'm gonna hate his mock. I already know it. You never know. He might have a good mock draft. We don't.
Oh, I'm gonna have a fabulous mock draft.
You're gonna have. So Angina wants to know if you drive a Cadillac.
Yes, I do.
You do.
Yeah.
What year?
2011. What's up, Gina? How you doing?
She's agreeing with me that you look like one of those 1980 dudes that would drive around in a Cadillac, big gold chain, white tank top. Of course you drive a Cadillac. Yes, this should be entertaining. This you know, we're gonna find out. So let me share screen. Okay. I got the draft all set up for you. This is your moment.
Woo!
Okay, I'll zoom in for you when appropriate.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do this on your own, man. We're not gonna push you or whatever. We'll rate you at the end. This is if you were sitting at home doing your own draft. You could obviously talk out loud with your reasoning.
Yes, I'm prepared.
I'm letting go, man. I took the training wheels off the bike, and I'm letting go.
Oh, yeah.
You can't look to me. You're on your own right now.
I'm on my own.
So here we go. I'm hitting draft. Oh, and you already got exciting things going on. Let me show you what's going on if you can't see. Let me zoom in here.
Ooh.
So first I want to start by saying, look who was picked. Hutchinson, Garrett Wilson went second, then Evan Neal, which means somebody slipped.
Yes, he did. And I already know who I'm accepting, so decline that trade, Mr. Jeremy.
Okay, so I will decline this first trade from Kansas City. Let me show people what we're declining. They wanted us to trade out and take 29 and 30, 50 and a second. You're saying no. So let me close this.
Saying no.
We're going to reject that trade.
I know
Arizona is offering the whole world to you as well, but we're going to say no, right?
No, thank you, Arizona.
Okay. And now we go and we say, who are you taking, Kyle Hamilton?
No, not Kyle Hamilton. Not Kyle Hamilton. I'll take Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon.
Okay, he's going to take Kayvon Thibodeau. And I'm sure Jets Nation would be very, very excited if that happened. And now we go to pick number 10. Let me show you again who was picked. So let's go. Ooh, let me go over here. What won't let me do it? I got to come out of it first and then zoom in. Okay. So after you took Thibodeau, Trayvon Walker went next. Wow. Gardner went to the Carolina. Charles Cross to the Giants. Malik Willis to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Ikem Ekwonu went to the Saints. And then here we're going to pick. And let me show you now who's on the board. And I'll show you the trades. So you can take a quick look at the board on who slipped. Kyle Hamilton is up there. Jordan Davis is up there. Let me get out of that. Okay, so we got obviously a bunch of good guys still left on the board here. Stingley and Zion Johnson and Trevor and George Karlaftis and Lindenbaum and Jamison Williams and Jordan Davis. Those are the guys that are on the board still. And here are let's look at the trade offers. Buffalo, a division rival, is coming up to you and saying, hey, man, I'll give you 25, 57, a second and a third for next year. If you want to swap.
Bad, but no thank you. I don't trade with those Buffalo. I don't want to say the word.
Okay. So the Chargers are saying come down to 17 and we'll give you some good draft stock for next year. Second and a third.
No thank you. No thank you.
Okay. Dallas is coming over and saying, hey, You got to throw in your 163, but we'll give you our 20. We'll swap to, you'll swap to 24, but we'll give you our 56 and a second next year.
That's not bad. I mean, is pick 56 a second?
Yes, into the second round, like nearer to the end of the second
please.
round.
Can I see the board, please, Mr. Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm going to show you one more trade offer. Green Bay is saying, trade down to 22 with your 10, and we'll let you swap your 3rd round pick, 69, for our 1st round picks. So that's 2 first-round picks. So you swap out of 10 for 2 first-round picks, but you do have to give up a 3rd. So it's a 1st and a 3rd for 2 firsts.
I'll accept that trade.
Okay, that's a very intriguing trade. Okay, I don't blame you. Do you want to look at the board first, or you want that trade?
I'm not crazy with anyone on the board right now, so at that point, I'll accept that trade. I like Kyle, but
so we're gonna accept that trade. I agree. That's a very good trade. Yeah. Arizona's saying, do you want to move back 1 spot, and we'll give us your 111, and we'll let you have our 2nd round pick next year?
That's only 1 spot.
Now I'm going to show you the board. That's only 1 spot, but you have to give them the 111 from this year's draft. Okay. The other offer is Buffalo again. 3 spots, and they'll give you a 7th. They can go kick tires, right?
Yeah, kick tires again.
So do you want to look at the board and see who's there before you trade down a spot? Because you would have to give up a 111, but you would gain some draft capital next year.
Yeah, which is important. But let me see the board first before I decide.
Okay. So we're going to look at the board. Let me go to the top. You got Lindenbaum up there. You got to guess and say, who are they trading up to get?
Yeah. Is it Arizona who's trading?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it could be for Jermaine Johnson or Linderbaum.
Yeah.
I think between those 2.
Yeah.
I'll accept the trade.
Okay, so you don't care about Lindenbaum then. That's what that tells me, but that's fine. And we already got an edge, so you don't care about Jermaine Johnson. So you're going to go and you're going to say yes, get a 2nd round pick for next year. Sounds like something Joe Douglas would do, honestly.
Yep.
Okay, now people want that 23. Let's say who they took. They took Andrew Booth, the cornerback. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. That is.
So guys, everybody in the chat, everybody on the stream, just know that this is J. Cole's draft.
Yeah, it's my draft, all right? It's my goddamn draft, all right? In the comments, all right? Because I'll go up to your mother and I'll go, all right? So show me some damn respect. It's my draft, all right?
Okay, so remember, we have the 28th pick, so that might make these trade offers enticing.
Yeah.
Denver is saying, if you give us your 23rd and your 6th, we'll give you a 64, a 75, a 96. So that is a last pick of the 2nd round, first pick of the 3rd round kind of pick.
I don't like that.
A solid 3rd round pick, another 3rd round pick, and 115. No, you don't like it? Okay.
I want to keep it first.
Okay, so the next offer is Atlanta says if you trade down to 43, we'll give you a 58 and a 3rd next year.
Decline that.
Okay. And Houston says if you trade down to 37, we'll give you a 68 and a 2nd next year, but you got to throw in 117.
Not interested.
Okay, so we're not taking the trade. We're going to retract. We're going to reject. Let's look at the board. Think about our needs. You already have an edge.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another pick at 28. Keep that in mind. And this is your board.
I'm going to take Drake London.
All right. So you get us our number 1 receiver. Drake London has been compared to Calvin Johnson from Detroit. If only that would be an amazing thing.
He also reminds me of Mike Evans a lot, too, on the Bucks.
Okay. Let me give you a quick look at the board before we look at the trades.
All right.
Just to tempt your tummy with the taste of nuts and honey.
Oh, don't tempt my tummy, Jeremy. Don't you dare.
With pick 28, this is what the board looks like. There's Jermaine Johnson. We all know what Rusty Spooner would do.
Oh,
Jermaine Johnson, N'Kobe Dean, Kenyon Green, Sam Howell, Lewis Seen, Perion Winfrey. That's about as far back as we probably want to look.
I want to pick.
You want to pick?
And Rusty would like it. N'Kobe Dean.
N'Kobe Dean. We're going to do the Rusty Spooner special and take N'Kobe Dean. Now at pick 35. Now you're getting a lot of quality players. Let me stop and let's review this for the people at home.
Yeah, I ain't no amateur, all right? I know what I'm doing here, right?
So far, we have Kayvon Thibodeau, Drake London, and N'Kobe Dean. Now, I will say this, and if anybody doesn't agree with this, I honestly think you need to get a clue.
Yeah.
If this happened in real life, if we ended up with our 3 first picks with Thibodeau, Drake London, and N'Kobe Dean, that would be epic. That would be epic.
Epic, yes.
That is no joke. These
now
are
we got
3 people that not only are they starters, these are 3 potential all-pro kind of guys.
Yes.
Okay, so with that said, let's look at the board, and then I'll show you the trade offers. Look, you could take a look and see who's on top.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? 2 positions in need are right there.
I know I'm going to pick.
Okay, do you want to look at the trades?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at them.
Okay. So Tampa is saying go all the way down to 60, but next year we'll give you our 2nd round pick.
Nope.
Okay. The Chargers are saying trade down to 79. We'll let you upgrade your 163 to 123, and we'll give you a 2nd and 3rd next year.
Nope.
Okay, I think that's going to be a popular decision. Kick tires. And now we're going to blow up the board, and you can decide and tell us who you're going to pick.
Lewis Seen, safety from Georgia.
Okay, he's going for the safety. Fill in that safety spot. Boom. Whitehead and Lewis Seen, 2 guys who can light up their opponents.
All right, let's see what we got.
We got a trade offer for pick number 38. Buffalo, who I know you're not interested in dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Miami says, we'll give you almost every pick we have, dude. He goes, you give us 38, we'll give you 102, 125, 158, a 2nd, a 3rd for next year. They're begging you to come up.
Jeremy, is it the time of the stream where I can curse?
You could just say effing.
F the Dolphins and F Tyreek Hill. I don't want that trade.
Okay. Joe Campione doesn't like the comparison. It wasn't me, Joe Campione. It was on Twitter. Somebody called him Megatron 2.0. It wasn't me, though. So I plead innocent. I was not the one who did that. I did not make that comparison.
I mean, could be. He could be if he's healthy.
It's hard to compare someone to the best. One of the best.
He was the best.
So let's just leave it at this. Drake London could potentially be a very special wide receiver, or he could be a bust.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with an Al Toon type, except minus the concussions.
And I mean, we need that wide receiver in our offense, and he could be that number 1. So
okay, here we go with our 38th pick. You took no trades, and this is what the big board looks like: Breece Hall, Davonte Wyatt, Kenneth Walker, David Ajabo, who is unfortunately taken a horrible fall.
Yeah, that was terrible. Huh?
Yep. Boye Mafe, Drake Johnson, Isaiah Likely, Chad Muma, Christian Harris. We got defensive tackles. We got Trey McBride still up on the board. Alex Pierce, the wide receiver. Tons of picks to choose from. But it's your call. You're on your own with this of who you're going to pick.
I'll take Davonte Wyatt.
And he's going to fill that hole at tackle. That's I think, very nice move.
Yeah.
You continue to fill holes.
Can you show our players so far before this next pick, if you don't mind?
Show what?
Show our players who we drafted so far.
Absolutely. As soon as we get down there, remember we traded our 69th picks, so we went all the way down to 117. But let's take a look at what we have. Let me tell you something. It is going very well. 4 out of the 5 players are defense, but You hit the major hole with offense. You got us a wide receiver who has an incredible high ceiling. So you got Drake London, okay? You got us the edge in Kayvon Thibodeau, the potential stud edge. You got us the Kobe Dean, who automatically is inserted into our starting linebacker. You got Lewis Dean, who will start right alongside Whitehead. You have two of those defensive guys know how to work together. They're both from Georgia.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of Georgia boys.
You got Davonte Wyatt. You got three guys from Georgia. They all know each other. They're at all different levels of the defense, right? And they all have been in that huddle together, and they've all been very successful. So our defense, I just want to say our defense, if these guys hit, is completely transformed. That 36 second
completely stacked. Top three at least.
Yeah. You're talking about we added CJ Reed. We're getting Carl Lawson back. You're adding an edge to Carl Lawson. You're adding the Kobe Dean with CJ in the linebacker, with linebacker. You throw a safety in there with Whitehead, with Lewis Dean that turns that position around. LaMarcus Joyner gives depth. Davonte Wyatt helps Q Williams plug in the middle. I mean, this is its completely different defense.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's look who is on the board. There's one position I can think of that has not been taken yet, specifically.
What do you think? An offensive line or tight end?
Well, either one could be considered a position in need. It just depends on what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So do you want to look at the tight ends still on the board? Should I go to them? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to offense. I want to say the number one value pick on the board, the number two overall right now on the big board is Cade Otton. He's the number one offensive player left on the board. He is a tight end, but there's also Trey Barry. Let me select tight ends. Jelani Woods, Aquano, Lewis Kroll, Charlie Kohler, Cole Turner, bunch of good names.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I like them. Can I see the running backs?
Yes. At running back on the board, Zonovan Knight.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams. Damian Pierce. Pierre Strong Jr. Samir Wright, really? Hassan Haskins.
Okay. Go back to the original board where everyone's on it for me, please.
Okay, we go back to the big board.
All right. This is going to be a little controversial. I'm going to take Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wan'Dale Robinson, the tiny but spunky.
No. Did you take him yet? I don't want to take him.
No, I didn't take him.
All right.
What made you change your mind?
I don't know. I thought I was going to get a lot of hate in the chat. But it's okay. I don't know. I mean, this is a tough spot right here.
Okay. It is. It's a difficult part because we definitely, I mean, it's not a hole in the team anymore, but you know what I mean? Like tight end is not a hole.
Yeah, it's definitely not. That's why I'm not targeting it.
So people aren't against taking a young tight end for the future, but at the same time, running back is right. Definitely wouldn't hurt, and then tight end wouldn't hurt. Offensive line wouldn't hurt. I mean, you have a lot of options, and a lot of ways you can go.
All right, go to the tight ends. I'll take Cade Otton.
Okay. Now I gotta say, Rusty Spooner really likes Cade Otton, so I know that at least one person will support that pick.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the big board. We are at pick 146. Let me blow it up so you can see the big board.
Yeah. Go down a little bit. Go to the running backs.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll take Hassan Haskins.
Okay, he's going to grab Haskins now. Not taking any chance of losing Haskins. And I believe this is our final pick at 163.
Yeah.
Detroit is saying that if you wanted to trade, they'll get you down to 177. They'll throw in 181, and we give up one of our six for next year.
What pick is 181? Is that
Well, it's 4 picks later.
Oh, okay.
We'd be trading down 4 spots.
And we get 2 picks?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
181.
We'd be trading down 14 spots to 177, but we'd be gaining 181. 181 is about like the 6th round, maybe late 5th round pick.
Okay.
Actually, it's 6th round. It's 6th round. Early 6th round.
I'll take that trade.
Okay. So we're going to accept it. And here we are at 177. And Joe Douglas would do something like this if he had a couple or more guys he wanted to take a shot on. I see right away a guy that Rusty loves.
Who?
Rusty likes Xander Horvath. I think, even though it says running back, I think he would play fullback.
Oh, really?
When Purdue running back broke his fibula in the let's put it this way. He plays with physicality that you'd expect from a 6'3", 230-pound back.
I mean, that's interesting.
But we have a fullback.
Yeah.
But that was just the guy we picked off the garbage heap. So this guy is we looked at his tape. He's explosive. He could carry the ball. He's big. He could block. One of the issues, one of the arguments against might be that he might be available as an undrafted free agent.
Okay, yeah.
It's right, but we don't know that for sure.
That's why I'm kind of thinking I want to grab whatever offensive lineman there is right now. Then maybe I can get him with the next pick, just because I haven't addressed that.
Right. So just to say to Grandizer, welcome. I didn't realize that it's the 50th anniversary of The Godfather. That's pretty cool. I watched that movie about 300 times.
Yeah, great movie.
So what do you want to do? Look at the big board?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, look at who's on top.
Wow.
That's funny. Oh, Rusty is jumping out of his seat right now.
Go down a little bit. I think I'll take the top guy, D'Angelo Malone.
Oh, good pick.
Just a double up, just in case anything happens with KT.
Oh, Rusty's got to be so happy with this pick.
Yeah, Rusty, I got you Nakobe Dean and him, all right? Better show some respect in the chat from now on, all right? JK.
Now we got 183. Just in case, show you some of the wide receivers that are left on the board.
Yeah.
Just want you to see these names. But I could show you any other position too, if you want to look at tackles or guards.
Yeah, I'd like to look at tackles or guards.
Okay.
I'll take Max Mitchell.
Oh, yeah? You like him?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all of our picks. Now we get to look and see how we did.
Yes, sir. Jeremy, sorry I was a little unprepared today. I had a problem with my computer, and I had to run upstairs. I'm very sorry about that.
No, I think you're fine, man. You came on time. You got here.
Yeah.
It's all good. I delayed. You showed up. You were here. You actually had a very good draft, I want to say.
Yes,
I'm going to blow it up. I mean, people say take a kicker, but I don't know if people don't know this, but
we just signed Greg Zulane.
Just signed Zulane, a former Pro Bowl kicker. He wasn't the best kicker the last couple of years, but now we have Pinero, who did really well for us last year, who was very good in Chicago before he got hurt. And we have a seasoned kicker in Greg Zulane, and there's kickers, undrafted free agents you could bring in, but I don't know that, guys, honestly, if we're being realistic, they got Matt Amendola on the practice squad. We just signed Zulane. We still have Pinero. We tendered him. We've got 3 kickers already right now. To bring into camp. I don't think he's taking a kicker. I honestly don't.
Especially with that signing, I mean, that was actually a pretty nice pickup. See his potential.
We'll see. It's definitely gonna be an open competition. So let's look at the draft. We addressed edge with Kayvon Thibodeau. Drake London, you want a guy who could potentially be a number 1 wide receiver? Here's your number 1 wide receiver. This would be Zach Wilson's biggest target. We're talking about 6'6", I think.
Yep. I think like 6'5" around.
Yeah, 6'5". He's huge. He is a big, big man.
Yeah.
Jacoby Dean, who's small but fast, man. Andre. He actually meets the needs. He really fits the bill of what JD likes. He's a smaller guy who's good in coverage. He's a guy who can cover and fill in the slot. He's a guy who can rush the passer. He's a guy who can stuff the run, sideline to sideline. He is an absolute stud. This kid might be small, but he is everywhere.
And imagine him with CJ Mosley now paired up together with Kayvon and all these other guys.
Then you got Lewis Seen, could play both safety positions, solid in every respect. I mean,
I really like him. He's one of my favorite guys in the draft, actually.
Davonte Wyatt, who is one of the top 3 defensive tackles in the draft. We saw him in the Senior Bowl. He looked great. Everybody got excited. He's a run stuffer. He can rush the passer. He'll definitely take his space on that line and plug in his spot. This is a guy who goes right into the rotation as an important player in our rotation. Would love to see him line up with Quinnen Williams. Cade Otton is a great receiving tight end. Super, super good athlete. Very good speed. Great hands. Good route runner. I'm not as sure about his blocking, but with the 2 guys we have and giving this kid time to develop, he might end up being an average to good blocker. We'll see. It's not necessarily a weakness.
Yeah.
Hassan Haskins, I don't know why he's so poorly thought of in the draft. I know he has like a lower ceiling because of his speed, but he's a power back. He's a grinder. He never goes down on first contact. He could be a really good 2 to Michael Carter's 1 punch.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yep. D'Angelo Malone, man, he's explosive. He's got fast speed when he accelerates. He goes from 0 to 60 in a second. He's just very explosive. He could pan out to be a very good pass rusher. We'll see. He might end up just the best his career might be, and this would be fine if he makes the team and he's successful. What it might look like for him is situational pass rusher, but a guy who can come in and do the job for us. So that's at 177. You got to be happy with that. Max Mitchell, developmental guy to develop a tackle. Nothing wrong with that. And Arizona's number 2 pick for next year, which would already put us in a position where next year we'd have 2 6s and 2 2s. So we're already building draft capital for next year. And we're waiting for a couple more of our players to sign in free agency so we can get a compensation pick. We're almost there.
Yeah, listen, I thought it was a good draft, I mean, not the best. I thought it was pretty solid all around. Filled a lot of the holes with the first couple picks,
I honestly would be thrilled with this draft. I would be thrilled. I'll give this draft an A-. I think somebody else already give it a great
pull up the grades, Jeremy.
Okay, guys, let's grade them. I'm going to say A- on this draft. Oh, Otton is known for blocking. His hands are just a plus. Cool. I loved his highlights of his route running and catching passes. So, the vid's not over yet.
Oh, wait, what?
He's asking if the vid is over, and I'm saying no.
No.
The vid's not over. How much power, Jeremy? Who? Power who? Okay, guys, let's grade it. I thought I saw somebody grade it. I think even Matthew Wilson is going to give it a decent grade.
Can you also ask them
to even Matthew Smith is going to have to like it.
Can you ask them to grade
Iowan is coming in saying you did an A draft.
Thanks, Iowa.
Apparently he likes you.
That's my boy.
He sits there on his couch in Iowa and he goes, look at that Italian.
Yeah.
That Italian goes out and eats spaghetti in the restaurants.
Oh yeah, me and Iowa one day, we're gonna go to the strip clubs in Iowa together. It's my boy right there.
He doesn't care about the spaghetti. He wants to know if there are meatballs on top because he'll want to stick a stick in the meatball and eat the meat on a stick.
You can't have spaghetti without meatballs, Jeremy, and you remember that, all right?
Yeah. Harry gives it an A.
Thanks, Harry.
A for Harry. It fills our needs. It's good. Yeah, it definitely fills our needs. I would be excited about the team. I mean, I would be very excited about this team. Yeah, very, very excited.
Me too.
I mean, like, just to give it a positional breakdown, our defensive line would have Carl Lawson, Kayvon Thibodeau, JFM, Huff, the other guy we signed, Walker or whatever, D'Angelo Malone. So those are our edges. On the inside, again, you can move JFM there. You have Quinnen Williams. You have Shepard.
Davonte Wyatt.
Davonte Wyatt. We're still wondering if they're going to re-sign Rankins, but we got the kid Marshall from last year. Maybe he takes a step up, but it's looking like a stacked defensive line. At tight end, you got CJ, you got Boykins or whatever his name is, Conklin, I mean.
Yeah.
And Cade Otton, a young stud, Cade Otton. At running back, you got Michael Carter, Tavon Coleman, and Hassan Haskins as a power back. Then you have your offensive line. We just added a nice power tackle, Max Mitchell, to the mix.
Yeah,
I'm just liking the team. I'm like, when you think about our offensive line, it's good. You think about our running backs with Haskins, it's good. Our wide receivers, by adding Drake London into the mix, that's amazing. Safety, throwing Lewis Seen with Whitehead, boom, home run. I mean, like everything. Defensive tackle, again, Davonte Wyatt being thrown in the middle there, good. Nakobe Dean fills a giant hole at linebacker. I just see a complete transformation with this team when you consider free agency and this draft. I love it.
Yeah.
I love what our team would be.
Jeremy, who was that guy that said this was going to be a terrible draft at the beginning? Can we pull up their comment again?
Okay. I love you, Jeremy. Please have Cole, also known as Lunatic, and others on next time. Yeah, we'll keep. You did a great job, man. 343 Fox didn't want you back on, so that's cool.
Thank you, Jeremy. It wasn't my best performance. I'll tell you that right now. I could do better.
Okay, but I think you did fine.
Thank you.
I want to find. You wanted to see in the beginning what the comments were. Let's go back to
just that one person who said it was going to be a bad draft.
Okay,
remember him? Who was that?
Yeah, we'll find them.
This is funny.
Yeah.
And after, I want them to grade our dance moves in the beginning because that was a great moment. Oh, this guy, this mofo, Matthew Smith. Yeah,
your rival.
He's a real chooch. Yeah,
he's your rival.
Rival. He's new to the chat. I've been here. I've been here from the beginning. I'm old school. He thinks he's all this. Yeah, how you like that draft, buddy?
I'm actually sending this envelope. I'm not going to show the address. This envelope has his prize in it. I'm going to mail this today.
I remember when he won it. I was one letter off 2 times, Jeremy. I almost won the shirt. Yeah. Y2K!
Y2K Adam on the pool deck.
Yes, sir. Thank you for jumping in.
You can't be 19 and old school.
All right. Well, I expected that coming from Y2K. Some disrespect.
He is a little bit old school though when you think about it.
Yeah, they know. The real guys know, Jeremy.
Oh, I would love to have it. That's a really good suggestion from a Dolphin fan, but it's a great suggestion. That would be amazing. I got to get that. If I had a jet hanging down just right above my head or something, that'd be really awesome. Yeah,
that would be great for NFL Chaos with Jeremy. The best show on YouTube, baby.
Dude, I'm serious. I got to see if I can get something that can hang. And I got a light fixture right above me that I could tie it to.
That would be sick. I'd love it.
Wow. That would be really sick.
Yeah.
He might be onto something.
Yeah, he is, Grandizer. Y2K is hilarious.
I like when you collab. I like to collab. Thanks. It's true.
Thanks.
Hopefully. No, I like that you like my guests. Look, I try to get good guests. I try to, I want people that are going to be entertaining. I can't do it by myself. Adam is good because he's very knowledgeable. He's very smart. He does a lot of good research and everything. And Dom C is just goes so deep with players.
Yeah,
in college. And then we got you, Cole, who brings the lunacy.
Yes.
We get Nick Shine, who brings like the big brother bodyguard type toughness.
Yeah, for sure. I like Nick Shine.
Yeah, the two of you, man. It's like if I win lotto and I'm a multimillionaire, I'm going to travel with the two of you. You're going to be my driver. You're going to be like my driver, like Howard Stern's driver.
Yes, Jeremy. I will jump in front of a bullet for you. You are my boy, all right?
That'd be so cool. I'd have you driving the car, but also when I get out, you come into the club with me. You push people away. You don't let anybody go near me.
I might take my shirt off. That's it. I'm known to do that sometimes,
I appreciate you, Grandizer, and it's a great idea, and I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna go onto Amazon as soon as the show is over. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Just if I could find something that'll work, that's not too heavy, that will. Yeah, I think I'll be able to find something. If I say toy jet, I'll probably be able to figure something out. I might even be a New York Jets jet. Who knows?
It could be.
Yeah. J. Cole is in Patchogue, right?
No, Smithtown.
Smithtown.
Yeah, Long Island, baby.
I love the name of that, Smithtown.
Yeah.
It's so Billy Joel.
Yes. You want me to bring you downstairs, show you my house a little bit, Jeremy?
Sure. Let's have a tour. Let me make you big. Let me blow you up to be the big one.
Jeremy, and when I blow up, I will not forget about you. I'm sending you $1 million. $1 million.
Baba Booey, by the way. Baba Booey. Baba Booey made it onto my show. I love it. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Well, this is my downstairs. This is my refrigerator. This was my purple room. All purple. And you want to know the rules about this room, Jeremy?
Yeah.
We only go in that room one day a year. Really? Only on Christmas.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's kind of crazy.
And my mom cleans it every day. She's crazy.
Does your mom cook fresh Italian food?
Yes. Well, she's not the best cook. Mainly my grandma is the cook. My mom makes good chicken cutlets.
Okay.
But my gram's like the main cook.
Right.
This is my dog, Lola.
Hey, Lola.
How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah. So, listen, I might have to have a glass of wine. I don't know. This is my football picture. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
You want to mess with him, Matthew Smith? Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, your stream would go viral, dude. Life of J. Cole.
Yep. I just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? This is my TV where I watch all my football games with my brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How old's your brother?
What?
How old's your brother?
My brother is 10 years older than me, so he just turned 29 a couple days ago. Yeah, he's my best friend. I love that guy.
Is he a bruiser too? Is he a big strong guy?
Well, he's actually I'll tell you a little story about him. He's a little bit shorter. He's like 5'6", 5'7", but let me tell you, you don't want to mess with him. In football, he was that small guy, but he made all those tackles. We call him the Honey Badger. He plays like Honey Badger on the field.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then me, more of like a chubby defensive tackle. I'm like Davonte Wyatt, you could say.
Right. Well, dude, I loved your tape, man. We enjoyed that when we played your tape. Let's see if Matthew is willing to send us his tape.
Yeah, right.
Played too. I want to see Matthew Smith's tape because you sent your tape.
Yeah, I sent my tape. My tape's out there, baby. Jeremy, NFL Chaos. But yeah, Jeremy, I literally I was so excited for today. I went out, I bought this $1,000 MacBook Pro.
I go to log in on the stream, and it's been giving me problems all day. It's like I didn't have the software to log into the stream for my MacBook. So then I had to run and get my phone, and that's why I was a little, late.
Yeah, you do have to. There is some plugins that have to be downloaded when you first do StreamYard.
Yeah, this is the charger.
Nice.
Yeah. So, listen.
I like it.
This was a great stream. I loved our dance moves in the beginning. I'll remember that moment for the rest of my life. I felt the energy. I felt the energy between us, Jeremy, and we were just killing it.
And Chris Bradigan says, "Jesus Christ, you're only 19."
Yeah, this is my outside.
Oh, nice.
It's raining right now in NYC.
Wet today.
Yeah, it's raining today. So, what's your grade for the draft I did, Jeremy?
I gave you an A-.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, it's close to an A too. I just wanted a little bit better of a running back.
Yeah,
a little bit better of a running back, and I kind of wanted you to go at some point in that area. I would have liked to slip in like a Cole Strange or a Juergens, like a future developmental center, maybe like Cole Strange, because he could be either one day. He could be a developmental guard / center. So
yeah,
I think that'd be a nice, place to throw a late round pick.
I went that way because I really think our offensive line is going to be good this year. I mean, it's not going to be terrible. That signing of Lakin Tomlinson, Mekhi Becton coming back, I feel like we're going to be solid, But it wasn't a huge need for me. That's why.
Right. Let me show people the draft again, because a lot of people just joined. So let's do a share screen. I'll bring it back up.
I'm gonna pour a glass of wine. I'll be right back. I'll make it extra. Pull it up.
So people like Adam could see.
Yeah.
He did some wheeling and dealing. This was all up to our boy. He made every decision. We got Kayvon Thibodeau. He traded down, and he got Drake London. And his trade down, by the way, got us another first-round pick, and he used Nakobe Dean. Very nice trade. To be able to go from 4 and instead of 10, one pick at 10, we end up with Drake London and Nakobe Dean with that one pick.
Yeah, and the only person I loved there on the board at 10 was Kyle Hamilton. And I don't know. I don't feel like he's worth it. I thought the trade was better. We get 2 more players, and I really wanted to address wide receiver.
Yeah, and then you got Lewis Seen at safety. Starter. Davonte Wyatt, defensive tackle. That's starter level. Cade Otton, I think, is a great young guy to throw into that tight end room. Hassan Haskins, he's my last straw kind of running back, but he could work out fine. I mean, if he pounds the ball hard, and we can like when we get leads, when we become a team that, doesn't it sound weird as a Jet fan to say that?
Yeah.
When we get leads, when we're up in the future over the next few years, when we become a team that actually is winning by 14 or 17 points in the middle of the third quarter, this is the guy you can bring in and pound the ball. Hassan Haskins, just pound the ball, wear down the defensive line.
This is how I envision it, man. I really see, I think Michael Carter, the guy we have, the starter, I think he's very good. He showed me a lot this year. I'd love to give him around 15-plus touches a game. So I want him to be the complete lead back. And then Hassan Haskins, he's not the fastest guy, but he's a guy that can come in, get a couple carries on third down, and get those yards. But I really like Michael Carter, and I really think he could have a great year this year.
Yeah, I think Michael Carter, if he stays healthy, very special running back.
Yeah.
So Twisted comes in and says, I actually believe JD will trade the 10. Just don't think he will go that low. Nice draft.
Thank you. Valid point. I mean, that was far back, but we got 2 picks.
I appreciate you, Twisted, for subscribing that other time and rejoining us. Appreciate your support. And always happy to see people come back to the chat, see people come back to the show.
Yeah, he's a new face. I haven't seen him a lot, so that's good.
Yeah. It's nice. Sometimes you got to adjust when you're on, because we have fans living all over the world. Like, I don't know if Twisted does, but we have a lot of fans in Europe. So when I do these earlier shows, it gives them the opportunity, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, usually go on later. I was expecting us to go on later tonight, but 5 o'clock, we killed it.
I didn't want to take a chance of pissing off my wife. I know she wants to watch movies. She's like, when are we going to get to go back to watching movies on Saturday night?
Watch a movie with her, Jeremy. Cuddle with her. You don't know how bad I wish I had a wife/girlfriend that after this I could cuddle with and watch. You don't understand. So you do that, Jeremy.
Yeah. Hey, Rusty, I didn't give him any alcohol. I didn't hand him anything. I'm 2,600 miles away. I can't be blamed.
It's not even alcoholic wine.
Yeah, but I don't even know. Like, everybody I know. Like when I grew up, if it was in the house, like when my dad was a musician, he had like folk music parties. Like so, all these folk musicians, bluegrass, they'd be playing in the house. And because I wasn't leaving or going anywhere, and they would all have like a bucket full of ice beer and tons of food. When I drank beer, my father didn't care. He looked at me weird the first time. I was like 17, 18. He's playing his guitar and he's like with his friends, and I'm sitting there drinking a beer. And he looks over, stares at the beer, stares at me, and does a little shoulder shrug, like, "Who cares? He's home." And
who really cares? And you were older then. I mean, I think I had my first drink when I was like 12 years old. So,
mine was at my bar mitzvah. I did a shot, and this is a shot of Admiretto, which is ridiculous.
Oh my God. That's funny. At your bar mitzvah. That's insane. I wish I was there.
So at the end of the video, I hold it up, and I have an Admiretto, and nobody told me it was for sipping. And I just went, L'chaim. Got the whole thing down.
That's amazing, Jeremy. How old were you? How old were you when that happened?
Well, I was bar mitzvah literally 2 weeks before I turned 13. So my bar mitzvah is supposed to be at 13, but I was 2 weeks away from 13. I was 12, and my bar mitzvah was actually Thanksgiving, 1983. Wow. It was on Thanksgiving Day.
That's crazy, dude.
We had 170 people at my bar mitzvah in this big, the Seaview Jewish Center in Brooklyn. 170 people having Thanksgiving together.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Something you'll remember forever, so.
Yeah, we have video. We have the video of it. So maybe one day I'll play a little of it.
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah.
So Chris rates this a B+ draft. He likes the trade. I happen to agree,
Yeah. And it's funny because we rate it by what we've seen in our mocks.
Yeah.
I think we're all going to hate our real draft because I don't think our real draft is going to be anything like the mocks we did.
No, Jeremy. The simulators aren't the most accurate. Draft night's going to be very different from what these mock drafts are. So people really need to lower their expectations a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
What is this? My man J. Cole is a Cowboys FNA.
No, he's a Cowboys fan. That's my point. I told him to join up.
Is he knowledgeable of the Cowboys? Is he a good football guy?
Yeah, maybe you could have him on. He's a little nervous. I met him through Xbox. I've been playing Xbox with him since I'm like 12 years old. But he's a Cowboys fan. He lives in New York. But he is very.
I wouldn't mind having a Cowboy fan on the show to do the draft for the Cowboys while we draft for the Jets.
I'll text him about it. And maybe if he's a little nervous, I'll come on too with him and we'll do a Jets and Cowboys draft because he's a little nervous for it.
Okay, Dom C wants to take a look at it. Okay, Dom, we're going to show it to you again because this was J. Cole's draft. I did nothing. No help from the chat. He did this on his own, Dom C. So this is his draft. I want everyone to know that. Everybody thought it was going to be a joke. Well, let's look.
I ain't no joke.
Let me blow it up so we can see. You can see what he did with the first pick. We got Drake London, and I know Dom C likes Drake London. I know it.
I mean, hard not to.
It's hard not to like the Kobe Dean. Although Dom C would say he's small.
Dom C.
But he's 21. He's not 24 like Lloyd.
That's the thing. That's why I like him better than Lloyd.
I know Dom C likes Louis Sean.
Yeah, I love Sean, bro. He's a fucking. Oh, sorry. I mean, he's a hard hitter. Very hard hitter.
Davonte Wyatt, defensive tackle. Cade Otton, tight end, good for blocking, but also I think good receiving. Hassan Haskins, who I know Dom C's not the biggest fan of, but he might end up being a very, very functional backup running back that pounds the ball for short yardage. I like having a guy, because I grew up in the 80s, I watched the Giants had it. The Giants had a running back named Louis Tillman, and they used to bring this guy in behind Carthen, their fullback. They would bring in Tillman in the third quarter once they got a lead with that great Giants defense in the 80s, or actually early 90s, and Tilden would pound the ball, and no one can stop him because they were tired and he was so strong. I would love to have a player that we could do that. When we get to the end, that we just pound the ball.
Jeremy, he had 4 touchdowns one game this year, Hassan Haskins. They don't play like the worst teams, Michigan. So.
Right. Yeah,
he was the starter there too. I watched him a couple games in college. I think he's a good running back. I think he's being undervalued.
He might be. He might be one of those guys where everybody's scratching their head saying, we looked at one thing. We looked at his speed, his breakout speed, but we didn't look at every other factor and realize that not every running back has to be able to run 80 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
If you got a guy who's going to pop 5 yards a carry and break some 15-yard runs every once in a while and wear down a defensive line, that guy has a spot on the team.
Yeah. And I don't think we're going to be a super explosive offense this year. I think we're going to be a nice, like, ground and pound, short passes on play action. We're not, like, that explosive, but we could be a very physical team this year, I feel.
Yeah. You remember that guy Tillman, right, Chris?
Soldier.
Dark Soldier used to live in
Queens. That's where I'm from, actually. So that's where my parents came from. Then they came to Long Island.
Now Dark Soldier's like me, came very far west.
Oh, where does he live, Soldier?
I don't know if he wants me to give out his state, but that's up to him.
Don't tell me.
He wants to put it in the chat. Anytime I send somebody something, I'm very careful about not saying where they're from because I don't remember if they're public about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Twisted. We are truly rebuilding. We're not looking at the playoffs this year yet. Next year, no excuses. If we weren't in the running, then JD has failed. Yeah, I mean, I agree. And we also got a second-round pick for next year. Well, we can't make the playoffs this year. I don't think it's a very long shot. I mean, look at our division now.
I think it's very reasonable to say that there's going to be pressure after next year. For the
after next year, yes. I agree with that. Next year, we really have – this year we have to take a stride. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount of wins, but the year after is really a big year for Joe Douglas. But, I mean, it's not going to be easy with the Dolphins having Tyreek Hill now, the Bills, one of the best teams in the league. So, I mean, it's not going to be easy. So,
well, look, if we won next year, if we win this season, 7 to 9 games, let's say 8 games.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows anything is going to be happy. Right?
Yeah.
Anybody who really understands football is going to say 2 wins to 4 wins to 8 wins. We are going in the right direction, and we're going to be happy.
Yeah.
The year after that, if he was to go 11-6, right, and make the playoffs, we're happy. If he goes 11-6 and doesn't make the playoffs, they're not fired. We might be disappointed.
Yeah.
But if the AFC with Kansas City and San Diego and the Raiders and Cleveland now, you know, it's such a hard conference now to make the playoffs. If we go 11-6 that following season and just miss the playoffs, I think their jobs are safe, but we'll be disappointed.
Yeah, it's not as fans. Yeah, but we have to realize how freaking stacked the AFC is now. This offseason was the craziest offseason that I've ever seen, honestly. So it's a very hard division. Well, not division. Our division is hard, but the conference, the AFC, is stacked now. So it's not going to be easy getting these wins.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Everyone knows I'm from Iowa. How do you explain that? Yeah, but everyone knew you were from Iowa. Let me read it in his voice. Yeah, right, Jeremy. Everyone knows I'm from Iowa. How do you explain that?
You love those accents lately.
I'm like Dog Charles was saying. No, what's funny is I give him a southern accent just to bother him.
Can you do the other accent? Braden's, I think it is. You were doing the other day.
Braden's accent? Oh,
yeah, some English accent.
It's a bit of it, man. Because I'm not really from New Zealand, and I barely hear anybody there speaking from New Zealand. I just know that if I was to get donuts, they'd be Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, that was great.
A winning season this year means we are on track, and I would be ecstatic. Yeah, man, if we had a winning season this year, that would take 9 wins, right? So if we won 9 games, that's the high end. That's our ceiling, I think. I mean, the ceiling is 17 for any team, but 9 is the one where I consider like 8 is like, okay, fine. We took that next big step. I'm satisfied. 7 is a little disappointing, but I'd say at least we grew, right? At least we went up to 7 wins. 9, I'm ecstatic with 9. Ecstatic with 9. I am celebrating, and I am saying that it's happening. Our organization is turning around. It means that we were in the hunt at the end, probably. It means that the season was exciting. So 9 would be just incredible.
Jeremy, I think we're lucky if we get 7 wins next year. I would be very happy with at least 7.
Yeah.
That's how stacked I think the NFL is right now.
Yeah. So Cowboys still taking the NFC East. I think so.
Yeah. I
think so. I don't think Washington did enough at quarterback.
No, agree.
I don't think the Eagles have a lot of picks, but I don't think that those guys are going to put them over the Cowboys year one. No. Even if they pick really well, it's going to take time for those guys to develop.
Yeah.
Rookies don't start their careers in their prime. So I don't think that the Eagles have I think Hurts might be a functional starting NFL quarterback, but I don't think he's a stud. So right now I say Dallas
won.
Yeah, Dallas is fine.
But I'm just going to say, I don't think they had the best offseason. I mean, they got Schultz back, but they lost Cooper. They lost
Cooper, but if Gallup comes back healthy, or Pollock, what's his name?
Yeah. Pollard.
Yeah. He's good. I like Pollard.
Yeah, me too.
They have the other kids,
Zeke.
So yeah. So and then I think they have a lot of depth there. I think I don't put him as a premier elite quarterback, but I like Dak Prescott as a really good, solid quarterback. I think he has to do something in his career before we can call him elite. We can't put him in the category of Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes, or you can't put him in that group until he does it in the playoffs or does something big. But he's definitely a very good quarterback.
Yeah, no, definitely above average. But you hear that, Nick Yanks? But some work to do. He's got some work to do.
And I'm not saying he won't do it. Like he might, within the next couple of years, he might jump into that top 6 quarterback in the NFL discussion. He has the talent to do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I think that Dallas's defense is only going to get better and better. They took a giant step forward, but now look at Micah Parsons is going to be probably definitely maybe the best number 1 defensive player in the NFL, if not, but definitely top 3. And then and then they're going to add a pick. We don't know who they're going to pick, but man, what if they take Lloyd or Dean, or what if they add to that defense? I mean,
he was telling me, Nick Yanks, some of the guys he wanted. He liked Nakobe Dean for them. He was telling me.
Yeah.
And I forgot who else he said. Nick Yanks, type it in the chat. Who would you like at the pick for the Cowboys for this year's draft? But yeah, he said he liked Nakobe Dean. I think that'd be a good fit.
Okay, I want to say, can you do that crappy Southern accent and say the boy? The boy. The boy. The boy likes grits and griddles. Boy.
Jeremy, can I go use the bathroom? I'll be 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
All right, thanks.
Stephon Diggs is a future Cowboy. Him and his brother will team up in Dallas and be on the lookout. If they have the money. I mean, I know he wants to play with his brother, but he's not going to do it for no money, right? So you got to make sure you have the cap flexibility to do it. I think that I think your guy Diggs, your kid, that I think you got a very special player in him for sure. The boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. The boy is about as sharp as a bowling ball. Yeah, this kid's mother is. Oh, whoa! What the hell? I don't. Is that your brother? How do you say that? My God, what's wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? You got the little one, the little younger brother asking people if they want to spank his mom's behinds, or is that? And then you got the big brother saying she's a whore. Oh my God! And what's crazy is I put it up there, Brooke. Now that.
What are they saying, Jeremy?
Your brother, someone called your mother a whore.
Oh well, yeah. Can you go back to who said it? I have an idea who said it. Oh yeah, sounds familiar. Yeah, I won't say what I want to say, buddy. We'll talk about it later, all right?
Yeah. When he gets home for dinner.
That's my boy. Oh, yeah, you ain't getting Sauce. He's coming to us. I love Sauce, by the way. Not just Italian Sauce, but I like Sauce at 4.
Dallas would have to trade up to the top 7, right? I mean, he's going early.
Yeah. Rusty Spooner said he's not a top 25 pick. We were arguing the other day. What do you think about that?
The what?
Rusty Spooner said that Sauce Gardner isn't a top 25 pick. We were arguing. What do you think?
There's no way that Sauce Gardner is not a top 25 pick. He's not even. I don't even know if he's going to make it to 10. Everybody talks about Kyle Hamilton, who I love, by the way, as being a transformational player, like one of those special generational players. I don't necessarily think that Sauce Gardner is not a generational player. Like he might prove to be, maybe not coming out like right now in people's eyes, but Sauce Gardner might prove like he might be a Darrelle Revis Hall of Fame, one of the greatest cornerbacks to ever play kind of guys. Like, I
definitely agree.
I have never seen his college career has been just impeccable. I mean, perfect. He's a perfect cornerback. And it's not just like, he played against bad competition. He has all the specs.
He locked down Jameson Williams before he got hurt. Well, Jameson in the playoffs, Jameson Williams wasn't doing much before he got hurt. I love Sauce at 4. I mean, if both the edge rushers are off the board, I just think he's that good. And having a lockdown, he said he wants to be the best cornerback in year 1. Sauce Gardner said that. And I totally believe that he could be really special for us.
So Grandizer wants to say to you that you should pass out shirts to women that says, "I'm here for the gangbang," like Howard Stern guys did.
To the woman? Oh, yeah, I'll gangbang him.
I'm here for the gangbang. Hey, Dark Soldier, you leaving? You got to run? Later. It's probably too late. He's probably gone.
Later, Soldier.
Jeremy, trying to ask you something. Jeremy, have you followed which college prospects Jets have had meetings with? A little bit. I know that they had meetings with McBride, Trey McBride. I know that they had a meeting with there's a couple I see on Twitter. Like, who else?
Traylon Burks, they met with an extra time, even after the combine.
Yeah, they had an extra meeting with Burks. I'm trying to think. Was it Gardner that they met with?
Yeah. I don't know if they had an extra meeting with them, but I saw a video from Jet Central saying that they have like a lot of interest in him. Today, he came out with it today.
Right, and they definitely had a meeting, an interview with Tibbs.
Yeah, I wonder how that went, though. You never know with him.
Yeah. Well, he walked out feeling good about it, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Hopefully. I'd love him here. Him or Sauce are the two guys I want it for.
Yeah. But I don't follow it too much because at the end of the day, I don't want I know that it's not going to go the way I expect it to. Like the draft, some of it might, but like the draft day is going to come and we're just going to sit there and there's just no one really knows what's going to happen. It's just completely just random. So
yeah,
we really don't know what's going to happen. Like last year, we knew Zach Wilson. The AVT didn't shock me, but everything after that was a surprise last year.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That definitely for me too.
Joe Blewett called it on Sauce some time ago, weeks before the combine. Salah said he'd be a top 10 after the combine. How does his film work?
He does his film work, yeah. Blewett, he does very good film work. And I guess he's saying Sauce right after the combine that Sauce is going to go top 10.
Yeah,
absolutely. I hope he makes it to 10. I really do. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, Blewett doesn't get super excited about players very often. He's very just like, straight faced, shows you the good, points out the bad. He doesn't really show his cards too much. But with Sauce Gardner, Joe Blewett has made it very clear that he likes Sauce Gardner. He likes Sauce Gardner. He'd be very happy if Sauce Gardner became a Jet.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be? I mean, besides Rusty, I guess he's not a top 25 prospect. And you know what Rusty also said? We were arguing in chat, Jeremy. He said that there are no wide receivers in this draft that are worth the first pick. How do you feel about that? But like a first round pick.
Well, he might feel that way because so here in his defense on that, I think Rusty, and we'll see if he's right based on. He believes that you can get the value later. So Rusty believes Exumana from Texas Tech, Kyle Phillips. Like he thinks there's guys out there that we can get in the later rounds that take away the need. Now, if one of those guys become a superstar, no matter how good those first round guys are, he's right because the value will always be we would have been better off waiting and getting a superstar in the third round.
Taking one of those first round guys as compared to Kyle Phillips. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
And to say that none of them, based off their college work, their film, everything, is worth a first round pick. I just think that's a little much. He could say that the value is in the later rounds. But to just say that none of them are worth the first round pick, I just think that's like he's saying all teams.
Well, yeah, I mean, the truth is going to unveil itself, right? That's the beautiful thing. Yeah. People never have to argue. It's not one of those things like politics where you never really have an answer.
Yeah,
it's like one day we'll have an answer. If Garrett Wilson becomes a Hall of Fame wide receiver, then he's going to justify the first round pick that he was, right? Any wide receiver that goes in the first round, if they become a Hall of Famer or become a 8-time Pro Bowler, then they prove they were justified for that pick. And then Rusty's wrong. If none of them are multi-year Pro Bowlers, then he proves to be right.
Yeah, but that also goes for every single pick in the draft. In the draft, you don't know who's going to be good. You take your chances.
There's no way to know 100%.
Yeah, so you see the highest rated guys and you take a chance. I don't know how we need a wide receiver very badly.
And I agree with this. This free agency raised the price of wide receivers and the value of wide receivers. So now you're going to have more teams reaching for wide receivers early in the draft because to buy a wide receiver that's proven is now very, very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Kirk, what, he go for $20 million?
Well,
he's not even that good.
16, 17 million guaranteed. Yeah. So let's just keep it at that. I mean,
there's
a lot of people
for Davonte and Tyreek Hill.
I mean, if Kirk was to end up making the 21 million, it means he met all his incentives and was a premier elite receiver. So if he really is just the guy we've seen and he has just a normal year for himself, he's but he probably makes like 16 million.
So 16 million.
Still a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 16 million for Kirk.
Yeah.
What did Barrios get, like 6 million or something?
Yeah. Personally, I think Corey Davis is better than Kirk.
Me too. When he's healthy, absolutely. I don't think Kirk's all that. And Kyler, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
J. Cole used to watch some college football. I do watch college football, and I actually just did a great draft that Jeremy gave an A-. I do watch college football. For you to say Sauce Gardner isn't worth a 25th, a top 25 pick, I think that's a little, did you watch college football? Because he didn't give up a touchdown in his whole career. So he's not worth a top 25. Should we take Kyle Phillips at 10? I don't know. Sorry, Jeremy. He just got me mad.
But like I said,
it's an argument. It's a valid argument.
Right. Time will answer all the questions. Time. So that's why I'm saying you don't have to be too upset about it, because in time, one of you will tell the other, "Oh shit, you were right."
Yeah, we both have our opinions, and we'll see what happens in the draft.
Seattle said they're open for calls for DK. That's fine. I I like it when they call us. I hope they call us that rather than have to call them. Did you see the link I sent you? You pull up that to see what college prospect Jets have met with. Oh, that's the mock, right? I've got to go there. I'm gonna go there after, man. Hey, can you put the link back in a comment again? Like go in, like comment on the chat on one of my videos and put the link in there. Then I won't forget because it'll notify me and I'll click it. If not, I'll just look it up. I'll Google it.
Grabs popcorn.
So you can watch the fight. Benny and the Jets. No, Jeremy and the Jets.
Jeremy, can I say one more thing in response to Soldier? We're not having a heated argument. It's football talk. So you claim I don't watch college football. Yes, but you see all these guys coming out with their drafts. Daniel Jeremiah, Bucky Brooks. They're mocking Sauce to the freaking Jets at 4. You don't think they watch college football? They watch the most college football. Do you know what I mean, Jeremy?
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, it's like
Rusty.
I wouldn't go to because someone disagrees with you, it means they don't watch college football.
Yeah.
I would to me, it's like they just disagree with you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if he
you
watches
can't say
college.
that. Just say, J. Cole, I disagree with you. And I'll say, Rusty, respect. But you don't got to throw a diss.
What I like to do is watch games, like watch an entire game instead of a highlight reel, which actually cools me off on players. Like I cooled off a little bit. I'm not against them, but I cooled off on Christian Watson a little bit because I watched an important game he was in, and it was the other receiver who was carrying the team, and he kind of just disappeared in the game. And I was like, and same thing with Troy Anderson when Montana State played North Dakota State. I was watching for Christian Watson's tape, and Troy Anderson was invisible until the middle of the third quarter. He finally made a good play.
And Jeremy,
completely invisible.
Jeremy, for people love Christian Watson. I'm not huge on him. Yes, he has good size, and he ran a great 40 time. But he plays at North Dakota State, and for him to disappear in games like that, like, would you ever think Garrett Wilson would ever disappear in a game against like one of those teams that North Dakota State plays? Like that's just why taking a wide receiver, if it's a huge need, it's better to get the top prospects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Rusty says, you're a funny kid, J. Cole, laughing out loud. Never said Sauce wasn't it at 20. So he's not saying he wasn't a top 25. He's saying he's definitely isn't a number 4 pick. And yes, McCreary is much better. So he thinks Roger McCreary is better.
That's
now, I'm going to say this.
I respect that.
Okay. And I'll say this. Roger McCreary, I think, is excellent. So there's definitely a possibility that McCreary will end up being the better NFL cornerback. There's no question. There's a possibility it's going to happen. And guess what? We're all going to find out. In 5-6 years from now, without question, we're going to know for sure.
See,
and if
Jeremy,
we don't, we're going to know. So
the first part of his message, we loved it, but look, the last part he gets fresh. Just read it. Continue reading. He says,
games, not highlight, fam. Mel watches college too.
Watches 2 college games,
but it's not just Mel. There's plenty of people who watch a lot of college tape. Joe Blewett watches tons and tons of tape.
Yeah,
goes through different games.
And Jeremy,
games.
What does Mel Kiper make for him to do his mock drafts and everything? You think he watches 2 games a year? That's such an ignorant comment. He gets paid probably close to $1 million for every year. He's one of the top guys that people watch for his takes on prospects coming into the draft. So for him to say he watches 2 games, it's just an ignorant comment. He probably watches a ton of games. Probably all he does is watch film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just ignorant for him to say that. And I'm not getting worked up. It's ignorant.
Yeah, I don't look. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I'm not going to comment on something I don't know. I just know that, like, I like Roger McCreary, and I like Sauce Gardner. I like Frankie is the one that put me on Sauce Gardner, and Frankie probably got it from Joe Blewett. But which is a guess. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just assuming because I know that Frankie really respects Joe Blewett. Look, I like Roger McCreary. I like Sauce Gardner. If we end up picking McCreary in the later rounds, we're going to root for McCreary to be better than Sauce Gardner for sure. And we're going to hope that Rusty's right. If we take Sauce Gardner, we're going to hope that Rusty's wrong. If we don't take either of them, it'll just be an interesting thing. 5 years from now,
yes,
2 of them will be in here, and we'll wait until it's been like clear as day, like until we know for sure. Sometimes even in the first season, one's not even playing, and the other is an absolute stud.
But Jeremy,
and one of you will have to come with their tail between their legs and say, "I was wrong."
So Jeremy, this is my question to you.
Mm-hmm.
From your personal opinion, Rusty has his opinion. All these analysts have their opinion. Who do you think has the better chance of being a great NFL or even just a good NFL player? Sauce Gardner or Roger McCreary? Who has the better chance?
Okay, if you put a gun to my head, I personally, in my opinion, from what I've seen, and I'm not going to say I've watched tons of games, but I've watched a few games with them where you watch every play of the game. Not tons of games, a few games from each of them. And I like and rank Sauce Gardner ahead of McCreary. Now, I have McCreary pretty high up there. I really like him, and I think teams would not be crazy to take him in the first round. If he went in the 20s, I would not be shocked by it. Like if somebody picked him in the first round, 23rd pick, 24th pick, I don't think it's a bad pick at all. Now, he is not my number one. My number one is Sauce Gardner, or I think it's a tie. When healthy, I think Stingley is as good as Sauce Gardner. The problem is the health.
Yeah.
Like when I watch a healthy Stingley, he is as good as Sauce Gardner. It's hard to say one is better than the other because they're both so elite.
Yeah.
They're both so good. Now, I have those two as my top guys. I have Sauce Gardner because of the health thing. I have McCreary tied with Kyler Gordon. And the reason I like Kyler Gordon so much is because he's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
He's a turnover. I think he's going to cause a lot of turnovers. I like his hands. He gets his hands in there and he knocks the ball loose.
Yeah.
And I really love that in a player. I think Kyler Gordon has great instincts and he's being overlooked by a lot of teams. And I don't think he's getting the respect he deserves. I could live with McCreary or Kyler Gordon. Either one of them.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be mad if we took them in the second round. But all I'm saying is I think that, and we both thought this, that Sauce has a much greater chance to be better than Roger McCreary. And for Rusty to say, I mean, so many people think this also, that Sauce is over McCreary. For him to say that we don't watch college football, that's just like, it's just, I kind of want to smack him for it. It's like an arrogant thing to say.
You and Rusty would get along fine in real life.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
It's just because you're reading it in text. If you guys were talking in real life at a bar, it wouldn't be like that. You guys would just be having a conversation like we are.
But if you said I don't watch college football, listen, I'm not going to claim that I watch every single college football game. On Saturdays, big games are on, I'll throw them on. I watch for the last 2-3 years, I watch the playoffs, but I look at these mock drafts every year and I do my research and I feel like I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So,
he would have liked you to take Jelani Hall, which is fine.
He's the tight end.
Jelani's the tight end, but he's not ranked very high in a lot of draft boards, but there's a ceiling with him. He's one of those guys who might not, he's not as proven. People are a little afraid of him, but his ceiling is really high. He's 6'7". He's a freak athlete, but he's got to prove it. Like, he's got to be like, is he a football player? Like, is he a top-notch football player? And some people think already he is, and some people think he got to prove he is. But the ceiling is very high on Jelani,
Yeah, listen, K-Dot and too. I mean, you just don't know when it comes to the draft. Anything could happen. And who knows what Douglas is thinking right now, Joe Douglas. He could have a totally different mindset from what we're thinking right now, where he wants to, what he wants to do in the draft. So, and I'm sure he watches college football, and it seems like the Jets have a lot of interest in Sauce Gardner. So I don't know. I'm sure his scouts do a lot of film watching. But that's it for that. We had a healthy football conversation.
A healthy football conversation that ended with you saying that you're going to smack him.
Yeah, I got a little fed up, Jeremy. I could only for so long. He's a little fresh. I thought I was professional. So,
Cool.
Oh, Jeremy, you want to see my new computer that I bought that I was planning to go on today?
Oh, there it is. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, gold MacBook. I spent $1,000 on this today, and I go to turn it on. I was going to stream on there, and it just didn't let me. It was so annoying. I might freaking return it because it kind of sucks.
Did you go in and literally count out 10 crisp $100 bills and slap it on the table?
Yeah.
I missed that about New Yorkers.
Yeah, that's literally what I did because I wanted, I love doing the streams with you, Jeremy, and like you said, you think I have a future in this, and I should pursue. Sorry, I'm a little drunk. I should pursue it, but that's really why I bought it, and then it really annoyed me when it didn't work.
See, the thing about doing like a J. Cole reality show is that you only need one of the videos to go viral. Like something will happen that will go viral. Something will happen. An argument with a cop, an argument with somebody. Something will happen while you're filming. And if that one thing goes viral, that's what can make it happen forever, right?
Yeah, and I'm a viral guy, Jeremy. That's just who I am,
I mean, you filmed your brother pooping.
And it got 2,500 views. So I mean, listen, I agree with you.
Talking about Nick Yanks, that's what I told him. He needs to make a channel, but it's not. Your channel should be definitely, like I said a million times. It should be a reality. It should be like Jersey Shore, just a reality show. You know what I mean?
You run your mouth to people. See, Jeremy, I'm not even going to comment on this. I think you should take care of that.
Okay, no,
I'm being professional.
Let's just peace out, guys. Let's peace out. It's all done. It's just
whatever.
Football.
He just has to get fresh.
Nobody's smacking anybody. Come on, we're just talking about football.
Yeah.
Jeremy Cole got worked. Oh, he wants me to end it because he's worried. I think Cole is calm now. I think
I'm calm, Jeremy.
Do
I seem too much right now, or am I calm?
No. You're calm now. But like, just Rusty.
We were just.
It's just the way he talks.
Sorry, Rusty was a little fresh. Wasn't he a little more fresh? He kind of started with me.
I can see that you got rubbed the wrong way because you thought he said that means you don't watch college football. But Rusty could say, I was putting in the text. I didn't say that you didn't. I was asking if you did, right? So you don't know his intent. That's why I say you got to talk in person to someone because he may have, like, if he was sitting next to you, said, hey, do you watch college football? Or are you watching the highlights? Like, and there's a lot of people who just watch the highlights. I started by just watching highlights, and then Gitmo Bob gave me a hard time, and I realized he was right, and I started watching the games more and watching more, like, because there's a way to watch the game without 2 hours. Like there's every play from this game, and you could literally watch every offensive play if you're looking at the offensive player, and it's only a 25-minute video because it's really quick. It just goes from play to play to play to,
And Jeremy, I didn't want it to go in this direction. Like, I just think him saying that for me, to have not Sauce Gardner in your top 25 players, like, and that was just, we're having a football conversation, and I don't want to beef with Rusty. We're just having a football conversation,
Mm-hmm.
So I just for him to say all that stuff, I don't watch football. He said it before, and I really don't care, but he it's just not a nice thing to say, like, yeah. And I do apologize. I'm not gonna smack you, Rusty. Just don't be fresh to me, all right?
And now Rusty's getting mad at me. All I'm saying is
Why is he getting so mad for, though?
I'm just trying to be the peacemaker, man. I'm just saying, just everybody chill out. It's like,
Jeremy, am I not portraying peace? I'm more peace.
I don't know. I know. I'm talking to Rusty now. I'm like, can we just chill out?
Just chill.
I was saying your perspective that you may have just been asking if he watches college football. That's what I'm saying. So just let's relax. It's okay. We have disagreements. It's okay to have disagreements.
Yeah.
Let's not be emotional right now.
Yeah.
We have disagreements. He likes Sauce Gardner. You like McCrary. It's like the best. Your rankings are different. Everybody has different rankings. It's okay. It doesn't mean anything. It's like what the great thing is this is not something where we're not going to know the answer. Like when their careers are over, we'll know who's the better player. So let's just he's not threatening to smack you real.
I was kidding about that. I say that to my brother all the time.
When someone says, come on, I'll smack you, they don't really mean it.
Yeah.
Come on. Nobody's threatening anybody. No one's really smacking anybody. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Let's just keep the peace.
Can we just move on? Because
remember, Jets fam, we're fam.
Yeah, he used to call me fam. I thought we were fam. I want to be fam again.
Friggle D comes in and says, "Oh shit, Jets should take 4 because he's Revis 2.0." See, everybody has their different opinions,
and it's the popular opinion that Sauce could be very good. I mean,
Grandizer says, "Forget about it." Have you tried Walk the Mock yet? Oh, you're okay. Grandizer. Okay, I meant a different website. I have not, but I'm gonna try Walk the Mock. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in right now into Google search.
Yeah.
So when I stop, I'm gonna be looking at this.
Jeremy, what is it though? Walk the Mock.
It's this really cool site.
What are you doing it?
Huh?
You just like look at other people's mocks? Because I see Walk the Mock on YouTube and like people react to other people's mock drafts. What is it?
Yeah, no, I forgot the details, but it's supposed to be like a better thing for the show that I could use on the show.
Nice.
Walk the Mock.
And Jeremy, you know I have no ill feelings towards Rusty.
I know, but he's taking it all serious. So
yeah,
and I'm asking him not to. I'm saying let's just all chill out.
And if you rewatch the stream, I thought I handled it very good, honestly.
Who's encouraging him? I don't know what you're talking about, Rusty. I'm not encouraging him to do anything.
What am I doing? We're streaming.
Now he's saying that. Now he's bringing up everything, and I don't get it. So, because I didn't encourage you to talk about anybody's wives or mother or anything, and I think you had a good draft and you were doing fine.
Yeah, dude. He's just really bringing bad vibes.
You handled yourself fine. So now I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting annoyed.
Yeah, he's getting.
I have my limits too. But like I'm here working my ass off for everybody. So don't start picking on me, Rusty. I don't give a shit. If you want to unsubscribe and get the fuck out of here, then go.
Yeah,
because now you're pissing me off. Now you're pissing me off.
Whatever,
I fucking do everything for this guy.
When it got
now he's gonna fucking attack me because I'm having somebody else on the show that he doesn't like. So what? Should I let you pick who's on the show and who's not on the show?
It's not his show.
Is that what I should do? Because you don't like somebody. If you don't like him, then don't watch when he's on. But don't sit there. Don't come at me.
Yeah, that's not cool. It's really bringing it to another level, Jeremy. And whatever. The whole life thing. You told me when it was getting when I talked to my brother, you saw what he said about my mother, right? You saw what he said. That's just how I talk with my friends. And then once you told me that it's not cool and don't do it anymore, I didn't do it anymore. And I respected what you said. I was just trying to be funny. And I'm a peaceful guy, Jeremy.
Yeah.
And this is our 4th draft together, and we've always done good. So he's just being a bad vibe, honestly.
All right. So I'm looking at this mock draft. The NFL mock draft simulator. Here you are the GM of your favorite NFL team. Draft round by round and find the best prospects for your team. Premium users use exclusive content and features. Guests can mock for free, but have limited features. Okay, I have to figure out what the features are that if I pay a little bit of money. So I get the basic draft, the WTM draft board, trades. Oh, there's trades. I think that's what he was really pointing me towards, the ability to do. No, because we have trades, but hold it. One is personal draft. The extra features are personal draft board, import draft board, draft history, exclusive content, player profiles, player stats traits, draft with other users. I think that's what he was talking about that I should look into. Draft with other users.
Yeah, Jeremy, I've seen that on YouTube. Do you know Bro Shmo on YouTube? He's a college. Do you know
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what it is now. It's like doing a Yahoo Fantasy Baseball draft.
And they all pick their players. They're all a team and they pick their players.
I like it.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I'll even join it too. Do a different team. We can get a bunch of people together and do it. But yeah, that site is pretty cool. Is there anything else in chat?
Are
you good, Jeremy? I thank you for standing up for me. I appreciate that, Jeremy. Thank you for standing up for me. And you weren't antagonizing me or anything. We were just having a draft, and we're funny guys.
I know.
He takes it way too serious sometimes.
Whatever. I put an end to it, so that's it. It's done.
Yeah, vibe killer, man.
I mean, I can't believe I'm being attacked for like having you on. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
The whole show, you had a perfectly good draft. We were having fun. Everybody was giving the draft good grades.
Yeah.
It's like, so I don't get it.
And Jeremy, me and Wat2K, we go back and forth, but we're like buddies, like we're friends, and it's not a serious thing. Like Wat2K likes me. He types in the chat. He says things like it's not he's taking it way too serious.
Yeah. So you're saying I would do Walk the Mock. What does that mean? You'd come onto the show, or are you saying you'd pay the fee or whatever and be part of it? Because I think if I did it, I think it's only other people who are paying the premium.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get other people in.
Yeah.
Like I would pay the premium. Like if there was a monthly fee of like whatever it is, and it let me pick other people to be in the draft and doing the draft. Like if that happened, then I would completely like do it. But like, I think you have to be also a premium member, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You can't just randomly go into it for free.
Yeah. And I just want to say again, because I have to just for closure on this.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't like somebody else in the chat, you can't tell me that, oh, so I shouldn't have them on the show because you don't like them. If everybody didn't like a person and was saying we don't want to watch him, okay, then I might say, okay, people don't like him. But everybody was here. Like if Rusty wasn't happy, he could say, I don't like this guy, so I'm going to block him in the chat so I never have to read his messages, and I'm just not going to watch that video. Jeremy's doing a Saturday show with him. It's not my Wacky Wednesday. It's not the weekly show that you're waiting to watch, right? That people come on. It's just very simple. This show literally featured you. If somebody doesn't like you, they just didn't have to watch the show. Just like, okay, I don't like him. I'm not promoting that you make fun of people's mothers' wives. Didn't I even tell you to stop?
Yes, you stopped.
You told me to do it.
Jeremy, right. And I completely respected it. If people think it's over the line, that's just how I talk with my friends and people in my school. So I don't mean to offend anyone. And when you told me to stop, I stopped because I understand that some people would take that, more personally, and I understand that. So I stopped. I'm a part of the channel, and people like watching me. If I was this total scumbag, you wouldn't have me on all these times.
And he's the one that literally said in a discussion, like if he implied or you got mad, he could have just said, no, I'm not saying you didn't watch college football. Yeah. Fine. It's a misunderstanding. But it's like, I would think that too, maybe if somebody said, do you even watch college football?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why are you saying that? Because I disagree with you?
Yeah, like, because I think Sauce at 4 is a good pick.
Like, why assume that anybody who doesn't agree with you, it's because they didn't watch?
I mean,
like, why, I could play the highlights of so many players that are never going to play it down in the NFL, but their highlights look impressive.
And Jeremy, he watches college football. Yes, he probably watches it more than me. That's completely fine. He tells you guys that he thinks are sleepers. Do sleepers always hit? No. But you respect him, and you have your own segment, Rusty's Diamonds, and you play their tapes. So there's no reason for him to attack you. If he doesn't like me, then just don't watch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, Friggle, this is different because it's not even like my show versus anything. It was like he doesn't like another viewer in the show. So what my only point is, okay, when I have that person on, don't watch. If somebody doesn't like Adam, then they don't watch the Wednesday show. If somebody doesn't like Davonte, they don't have to watch the Sunday show. But don't tell me that I shouldn't have that person on. Like if someone doesn't like Nick Shine, don't come in and say, Jeremy, you have Nick Shine on, or Jeremy, you have CJ on, and CJ curses a lot. Like if you don't like somebody, then when I have them on, don't watch.
Yeah. And he only
But why sit there and then start attacking me as the person who's here doing this every day? Because one person tells me I don't like this person. Does that mean that I ban the person and I don't understand. Like
Jeremy, it's your own show, man.
I mean, that's why I started my own channel, so I didn't have to listen to somebody else tell me what I did.
Exactly. It's your thing. You have the people you want on. You do the segments you want to do. And he got very mad because we disagreed over a football subject. For me thinking that whatever thing it is. Just I thought that Sauce is a good pick, and he doesn't. So I discussed it with him, and then he has to get all nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't even know if he was getting nasty. That was my whole point. I said, all I said was, if you guys were sitting in a bar, I was trying to be like the most reasonable person. I said, if you guys were sitting in a bar, maybe none of that would have happened. And that's the problem with this.
That's what's typing over chat. Over online, things are different. It's completely different.
This is like AOL
Yeah.
Shit from 20 years ago. I mean, like, you can't read somebody's intent. So all I was saying was, if you were actually here, if you like, and I would have given the link, he doesn't want to come on the show. If you would have came on the show and talked to Cole, it wouldn't have been bad. Like, you would have seen, it would have been a discussion. But like, and now you're saying, oh, are you serious? Are you serious? Aren't you? No. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm saying that nobody here was looking for a fight. No. And just saying, oh, I'll smack you, that's somebody's style. If you don't like it, just say, hey, I mean, do you honestly think he'd walk over to you in real life and smack you or try to smack you? Do you think he was really threatening you? I mean,
we're online right now. There's no way I could smack him. He probably lives in a totally different country. That's not my intent. It's joking around. It's kidding. If you don't like me, just don't watch. I mean, other people do. Iowa, that's my boy. Soldier. Yeah. Listen, we got a good crew, and if Rusty wants to be negative, then he can go be negative somewhere else because we're doing good stuff over here, and you're gaining subscribers.
All right. Anyway.
Is there any Jets topics you want to talk about, Jeremy?
Exactly.
Get our minds off this?
Yeah. I'll try. So we just signed a kicker.
Yeah.
And we have 3 on the roster because Amendola technically we still have on the right still. So we tendered Pinheiro. And so all of a sudden we went from this team that's screaming we need to draft a kicker. And now I'm not saying any of these kickers are the answer long term.
No.
Some people might think that they are and some people might, but I'm just interested and curious in people's opinion. Who do we think is going to be the starting kicker on opening day? Do we think it's going to be the veteran Zerline, who's had 2 questionable seasons? Do we think the kicker is going to be Pinheiro, who very small sample size, but was perfect for us, except for a blocked extra point? Or do we think it's going to be Amendola, the kid that got the lift in his kicks, but was a total disaster for us?
Yeah, for me, I think that Zerline really could win the job. I mean, Pinheiro was very solid all year last year, but Greg the Leg, like, that's what they call him because he has a crazy leg and he can hit like very long field goals. And he was very like good a couple years ago. He just had a couple off years, but it's going to be a competition.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a competition. And I think it's going to be either Eddie or Zerline. Zerline would scare me because if Eddie Pinheiro has a great camp, I'm thinking he was really good in Chicago, right? He was fine. You look at his numbers, they look fine, totally acceptable. He gets hurt, loses his job, then finally gets another job with the Jets, is pretty much perfect. And it makes me think, now you take Zerline, had a great year with the Rams, and then suddenly wasn't good for Dallas. Can we trust Zerline? I mean, look, when Zerline is on his game, he's one of the top kickers in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing about it. Whoever wins out in camp. You see these chairs, Jeremy?
Yeah.
This is my dining room.
That's very nice. That's
very
nice.
Can I use the bathroom really quick and see what they said about the kickers? I'll be 30 seconds again.
Okay.
Not even. I'll be quicker than
that. Should I play lobby music? Mm-hmm. Well, let me sing Hawaii music for you guys. So let's watch people leave the chat when I do this. Hawaii, let me get some music I'm allowed to play. Here, let's have a little bit of a dance. Let's rock out a little bit. Oh, I lowered the volume.
This is what I needed. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Jeremy. There was never a more needed time for that.
let me shut this thing off though. Oh no, it's shut off. Okay, good. Play. Here we go. All right, that was fun.
So Jeremy, whenever you want to end the stream, it's fine. I'm cool with it. We're almost 2 hours in, so I'll stay though. I'll stay if you want. I'm loving it.
No. I was getting ready to end it. I just wanted to let people know I can't. I can only play what they give me to play.
Yeah,
because it's like that. I guess StreamYard is, and hopefully they'll add more options. I think that they pay licensing, and are adding it as a feature to it. Is like, hey, whatever music we have that we offer you, we're already paying the licensing fee, so you can't get closed for playing it. So I can only play, and I think they just added it as a feature like a few weeks ago. So my hope is that they're going to constantly grow it and add more and more music.
Yeah, I love that song though.
Yeah.
Usually I like other songs, but that song I'm ready to dance. When that song's on, I'm dancing.
Hold on. Oh, the Goodfellas had that discussion. Oh, you're saying no, read my comment. Oh, you're talking about like that. You're quoting the Goodfellas. No, you insulted them just a little bit. You were a little out of line. That was. Oh, I'm trying to think of the scene where it happens. When he was saying, "Oh, you were a little out of line when you insulted."
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that movie tonight just for this.
Oh, it was the guy right before they killed him. The guy in the bar.
Yeah,
that they stabbed in the trunk and everything. That's what he said to him. He goes, can you believe it? I got out of jail and everything. He goes, no, you insulted him just a little bit. You went a little too far.
That's funny. Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for having me back on. We did a great job again.
All right. Hey, do I amuse you? You think I'm funny? Do I amuse you? Yeah. Hey, man, you did a great job. You had a great draft. You brought in the right amount of fun, like you were dancing and having a good time. You brought in your personality.
I thought I was very well behaved, Jeremy.
Yeah,
can you agree with that?
I agree. You were well behaved. You know what I mean? I prefer obviously in the future probably maybe we don't say I'll smack you because
I understand that
people take it too seriously. I know that you weren't serious about it because if I thought you were truly threatening someone, I would have said something. You weren't bringing up anybody else's mother, anybody's girlfriend, anybody's wives.
He started with us.
That stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's not fair to bring up something that somebody stopped doing just because he was upset. And then he went too far, in my opinion. By like attacking coming after me and saying that I run that kind of show.
Jeremy,
I don't.
You're one of the best guys that I've ever met in my life, honestly. Like I don't have like a lot of friends, but the friends that I do have, they're very loyal guys and good guys. And I just genuinely feel like that. Like we met online and look at us now. We've done 4 shows together and you're just a really good guy. So, and you would never if you thought I was threatening someone, you wouldn't let that happen. And I know that because you've told me when I was out of line before.
Right.
So,
and So, anyway, I appreciate everybody who's here. And thanks for the support. And J. Cole, you did a great job. You had a great draft. This was great. I didn't expect to do a Saturday show, and it ended up being a really good show with some good content that I hope people are enjoying. And a lot of people stayed.
Listen, we had good discussions. So
Yep. And it's a lot of fun, and I'll be back tomorrow. I got 2 shows I want to talk about. Just for those of you who hear this, I'm still on. Tomorrow, I'm doing a very special show at the same time. Tomorrow at 2:00 Eastern. I have somebody from Ireland. Some of you know him. His name is Captain Techno, K Techno. The reason I'm having him on is he's had some interesting things going on in his life in the past 30 days. Not only was he a roadie for a punk band in Ireland, which I think is super cool, he actually made a trip to the Ukraine and brought supplies for people in need.
Wow.
And I thought that I definitely wanted him to talk about that experience.
Yeah, that's going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to that. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow evening at 9 p.m., I'm going to have Dom C on, and we're going to do our usual dueling draft show.
I love that show.
Yeah, so there's 2 shows on tomorrow to look forward to. And again, can never thank everybody enough. Thank you so much. Thank you, J. Cole. Again, you did a great job, and thank you for all your support and loyalty. I appreciate it.
I'm your number 1 fan, Jeremy. I'm ride or die, baby.
All right, man.
Thanks so
everybody.
much.
Take care, everybody, and I will leave you with this. I would regret it if people look back at the first episode and you weren't on it.
Yeah, well, I like that. It's called forward thinking.
We have one of the worst beats in the world. We do. Our beat is horrible.
Connor could shove that article up his ass.
And then I went to that game, and I was like, this is the greatest team I've ever seen in my life. I'm a Jet fan. This is going to be the greatest run ever. Yeah.
No, because if they take a Kwanu, I'm not complaining.
Joe Douglas is the king of keeping shit close to the vest.
A 2, a 4, and a 6 for Darnold?
Did the Jets really ruin Sam Darnold, or did Sam Darnold just suck all along and we were just trying to talk ourselves into it?
And Hamilton is a player who can potentially make a very big impact.
And suddenly here we are today, you can't get rid of him.
Right, it's like a plague.
Joe Douglas was hired because he's not those general managers.
Okay, Luscious.
Somebody is going to fall just like Elijah Moore did, just like Michael Carter did.
You know, what would, if you had one sentence to say to Joe Douglas, what would you say? So you would say, you had me at hello, and then give him a big old wet one right on